Good morning, everyone. This is Natalie. Had a lot of people asking recently about fonts and what is this font? Can you help me find this font? I wanted to make a video to show you how easy it is, or sometimes how difficult it is to find what font that is that you're looking for. So, two pages that I will use a lot is one is Font Squirrel, and the other one is called What the Font. All right. So on Font Squirrel, when you get there to fontsquirrel.com, you're going to look right here at this black bar underneath this purple headliner. And you see it says font identifier right here. You're going to click right there. Now, in order for you to be able to use this generator, you're going to have to do some kind of like image. You're going to need an image, all right? So I've got several different images that I've saved um, on my computer. I'm going to start with one that I screenshotted myself. And I know what the name of the font is here, so I can tell how accurate that Font Squirrel is. So this one here, I've typed my name in a font called Legendary Hollywood. All right, it's my favorite font. So I'm going to open that, and it uploads it to Font Squirrel. Right now, you see right here it says maturated. So this is going to match it up and see how it's cursive. So it's not recognizing each individual letter. It's just all one image to this identifier here. So when I click maturated again, you'll see down here it says shapes found. So it found the N, so I can type the N in there. But then it's showing N or ATALIE, yeah, as one, and I can only type one letter in here to tell it what the letter is. So I'm going to put a T because it's kind of like right there in the middle. And then this is an I. For some reason, it selected the I as a whole new different font. So I'm going to go type in the I there. And it's got an option down here for only free fonts. So I'm going to go ahead and click that because, I mean, I guess maybe I won't. I'll just maturate it and see what it pulls up for us. So I know that this is called Legendary Hollywood. And it's not even pulling up anything, excuse me, that looks like a cursive font, really. Right? So it's not, it didn't work for that one because it's a cursive font. And half the time when you get images off the internet, if they're cursive fonts, that's what it's going to do. All right, let's see what the font. Let's see what that one does. Same thing. You're going to upload the image, and I'm going to click this one, Legendary Hollywood. Open that. Click here to identify the selected font. Okay. So now this one is a little different. Natale. Okay. You just get to type in the whole thing. And it's seeing the A as an E. Let's see if I change the text. Let's see if that's what happens. Okay, so now it's recognizing it as an A. And nowhere on here am I seeing any free fonts, nor am I seeing what the real font is called. It's just giving me something close to. I'm looking for Legendary Hollywood because I know what it's called. So it looks like what the font may be a little more in depth. And yeah, But this one doesn't give you a category for only free fonts. But it does give you quite a few fonts, but most of them are like 22, 35. Looks like they're pretty expensive. I mean, yeah, it's matching it, but yeah, it's not giving you any decent results. And I got that font off of the font for free. It's still just giving you a whole lot of different. You can keep clicking fonts all the way up to $63. I mean, who's going to spend that realistically, unless you own a big screen print company, or you're massively producing t-shirts or items with this font on there. You're not going to be able to make any money if you're spending $63 on one font. So that's how you use it. And this is just one example. I'm going to show you an example for a print on Font Squirrel, and I know the name of it as well. Little Lord Font Leroy is what this one is called. And see if I click maturate it. No shapes detected to maturate, it's saying. And that's just as clear as it is day to me. Maybe we'll just do this. We'll just click on the N and the A. Okay, so now it's matching it. Let's see what it pulls up. Yep, see N and then A. Okay. Only free fonts. That's what I like about Font Squirrel. It's just gonna set you up with free fonts. There it is. It pulled it up. Little Lord Font Leroy, NF regular. So now you know what that font is called. Okay, now these pictures that I have used are pretty clear because they're just snippets. I use my snipping tool and I just snipped it and then copied it into a folder. But what if you have an actual photo of something like a t-shirt? I'm going to show you how that's done. So I went to Pinterest and I looked up cute t-shirt ideas or cute t-shirt designs, and I found this one I thought was cute. So I'm going to use my snipping tool, new, and I'm just going to highlight the area where it shows the font. Now, the problem we're going to have here is it's on a t-shirt and there's lots of highs and lows, lots of shadows and highlights because it's a t-shirt and it's not a flat surface. It's wrinkled and mounded up in places. So I'm going to save this. Not today. I'm going to save it in that same folder. I have a folder for the class, so save that. And I'm going to go over here to Font Squirrel because to me, I like having the ability to look up free fonts. So now I'm going to pull my image in there. And it's real pixelated. It's very fuzzy. So I don't want that little place right there. So I'm going to scoot this over. Oops, what just happened? Just want to highlight them. Okay, now maturate it. And we know that says, not today, Satan. So, capital S. That looks like a capital T to me. We're going to type in the D here. That's not capital though. There's an N. And I'm going to go with O because that's the first. And that's part of the T, so I'm going to cancel those out. Only free fonts. Maturate it. And let's see what we get. Okay. So now this is what we're getting. And it'll drop right in here. If you look here at the bottom, it'll drop in a picture of the original image so you can kind of match it up. And it didn't pull up very many. But you see, that's kind of why it's difficult to do this. Now I'm going to go over here to what the font, even though they don't give an option to look up free fonts. And not today, Satan. Well, it's just going to choose today. That's not enough. I want the whole image here. I want everything. Okay. Click here. Okay. All right, it's giving me quite a few, but it's a lot of already typed out stuff. It's not really fonts, it's images. Oh, look. See? This, it looks like it's called Natasha Regular. This one looks very, very similar. Sometimes you can go over to what DeFont and look that up, because that's $18. It's an $18 font. So Font Squirrel didn't really work. And now I have an image that I was asked specifically to help a lady find here on the group, and I want to see if I can do that. Upload the image. It was this right here. It's a cake topper. Highlight the text you wish to match. It's two different fonts, and you only need to do one at a time. Let's see. Maturate it. Shapes found. So see, it just, again, it's going to let us do one letter. It's going to let us identify one letter. So I'm going to go with G since it's the first one. Only free fonts. Maturate it. And then scroll down. And that looks like it's not even, it looks like some sort of another language. I'm not going to try to identify it because, yeah. But see what I mean? It's just really a matter of how good your image is, and that's why I always tell people just find a font that you really like and use it, unless you've got a really, really clear image to use. I'm going to try it with this one again and see what it pulls up. So we're going to pull this up, make it bigger. I think I'm just going to go with the one. See, because they kind of interrupt one another. That's probably why it did what it did. I'm just going to do the best I can here. Oh, sure enough, look. You got kind of a similar. Looks like what the font is better, but that's a $15 font. So if you go to get it, it does look very similar. But I really think that if you go to the font, you can find something that's similar and not have to pay a bunch of money for it, especially if you're just using it for something, a personal thing that you're not going to sell. I mean, there's no reason to worry about um, copyright laws when you're not going to sell it. You're just using it for your birthday cake. I mean, no sense in spending a bunch of money. That's why we got our machines, right? So we wouldn't have to spend a bunch of money on decorations. And now we're spending money on having to create it ourselves. Silly, but I mean, I guess it is what it is, and we're having fun. So anyway, I hope you got something out of this and was able to learn how to go in and identify your fonts with these two. There's other generators that you can use out there, but those two, they're my favorite and they seem to work the best. So y'all have a good day.